Bharatanatyam is found in Tamaulipas dash.
Correct response. Select is the most accurate answer.
Who did Presley pick as her duet partner? You got it. Your choice, Brady, is right. Dash dance is created within a community.
Exactly. Social makes sense, and it is right choice.
Tough tissue that connects bone to muscle.
Nice work. You chose tendon, and it is correct.
Where did the squatting dances originate? Excellent choice. Russia is the right answer. How many notes are in a pentatonic scale? Great thinking. 5 is the right choice. How many people dance the tango together? Good job. Your answer 2 works well here. Choose the correct percussion instruments. Strong choice. Tabla is the right answer. Bob Fosse influenced what genre of dance? Right choice. Jazz is the best answer. Who is the author of Dance Mama Dancey? Perfect. Daniel Beatty is the correct choice. This type of dance is performed on stage. Bravo. Artistic dance is the answer. At what age do you usually start pointy? Good thinking. 12 is the right answer, which is not a basic modern dance skill. You're right. Shuffles is the correct answer. Name of a dance from Dominican Republic? Clear logic. Your choice, merengue, is sound and 100% true.
How was Bharatanatyam originally danced?
On track, as a solo is the correct answer.
Move only one part of the body at a time.
Smart move. Isolation is an accurate answer.
How many elements of dance are there?
Excellent. 5 is a brilliant choice. Nijinsky retired from dance at what age? Smart pick. 29 is the correct choice. What does the C in ICE stand for?
Valid point. Compress is true.
First mudra of Bharatanatyam is called as? Nicely done. Dazedly is a solid answer. Levels is under what category in BST? Correct. Space is the right answer. What is a cultural dance referred to as? Well reasoned. Folk dance is the correct choice. With which group is ballet more popular? Sharp thinking. Girls is the right choice. How many basic dance actions are there? You chose 5, and it is correct.
Who founded the Dance Theatre of Harlem?
Well picked. Arthur Mitchell is the correct answer.
When Holly and Nia got out of the Alps.
Solid response. Season 7 is a valid choice. What is the title of the poem by Kabir?
Nice selection. Dance is the correct and valid answer.
Kapil Sharma show is based on dash rays? Well done. Hazia is the right choice. The speed of the movement or the music? Great job. Tempo is the accurate answer. How forceful or light the movements are? Right again. Energy is a valid answer. What is the dance form of Uttarakhand? Well reasoned. Cholia is the correct choice. What is a Shirley temple also known as? Perfect. All of the above is the correct choice. Sankyanam is made of which two jadis? Great job. Chatusram, condom is the accurate answer. The physical benefits of dance include valid point. All of the above is true with step pattern step close. On track, close step is the correct answer. The length of a dance or a dance phrase. Great thinking. Duration is the right choice. Pitbull lived in Dash when I was young.
Correct. Miami is the right answer.
Kathputli is folk dance of which state? Smart move. Rajasthan is an accurate answer. These 2 decades have dances with fans. Excellent choice. 20s and 2000s is the right answer. Which of these is an Indian dance form? Nice work. You chose Kathak and it is correct. The word applause in this poem means good thinking. Clapping is the right answer. Which character traits describe Gerald? Solid response. Brave is a valid choice. What country does this dance come from? Nicely done. South Africa is a solid answer. Modern dance is performed in bare feet. Well picked. True is the correct answer. What movie did Foss win the award for? Well done. Cabaret is the right choice. A dancer's instrument is their voice. Clear logic. Your choice false is sound and 100% true. Duncan's movement was inspired by what? You chose nature. And it is correct. Origins of jazz dance come from where? Nice selection. Africa is the correct and valid answer. Which dance music started in the US? Smart pick. Salsa is the correct choice. This is a dance for grace and balance. Good job. Your answer lights in the light works well here. Who founded the American Dance Theatre?
Sharp thinking. Alvin Ailey is the right choice.
Dance can be seen in some video games. You got it. Your choice true is right. Which one is the folk dance of Punjab? Exactly. Bhangra makes sense and it is right choice. How many types of dances are in India? Strong choice. 3 is the right answer. What term is used for freestyle dance? Bravo! Improv is the answer. Yakshgan is folk dance of which state? Excellent. Karnataka is a brilliant choice. Hands in blades at the chin, elbows in.
Right again. C-clap is a valid answer.
In which country did Bollywood originate? You're right. Italy is the correct answer. Which of the following is not a Jathi? Correct response. Dhrum is the most accurate answer. Where did the Bharatanatyam originate? Right choice. India is the best answer. How many sounds are in a back essence?
Valid point. 4 is true.
Dash is called as 9 basic emotions.
Excellent choice. Navarasas is the right answer.
What will your test grade be based on?
Nice selection. Memory timing technique, performance quality is the correct and valid answer.
A kick that is done from the knee down?
Exactly. Flick makes sense and it is right choice.
Decrease is to increase, as even is 2.
Right choice. Odd is the best answer.
Where does the dragon dance come from?
You're right. China is the correct answer.
Which is not a part of the Mari Haka.
Well done. Hand waving is the right choice.
What should you do in parallel second?
Perfect. All of these is the correct choice.
Cubans call their style of salsa dash.
Excellent. Casino is a brilliant choice.
What is creating a routine is called?
You got it. Your choice choreographing is right.
What was the prince's TV show called?
Clear logic. Your choice, Dancing with the Prince, is sound and 100% true.
Shoes are allowed in the dance studio.
Right again. False is a valid answer.
She performed on Dash and became Dash. Sharp thinking. Stage, famous is the right choice. I dash. Oh my god, I see you walking by.
Correct. Said is the right answer.
The 40s segment featured this flower.
You chose rose, and it is correct.
A hiva is a Tahitian morning ritual.
Great thinking. False is the right choice.
Lavani folk dance if from Dash state.
Solid response. Maharashtra is a valid choice.
What are the different styles of tap? Great job. Rhythm and Broadway is the accurate answer.
Community dance can also be known as.
Strong choice. Social dance is the right answer.
Who was Fred Astaire's dance partner? Good thinking. Ginger Rogers is the right answer.
A group of pulse beats is called Dash.
Good job. Your answer measure works well here. What school did Paul Taylor train at?
Nice work. You chose Juilliard, and it is correct.
What type of music is used with jazz?
Nicely done. Upbeat is a solid answer.
How many dogs does Mrs. Garcia have?
Well picked. 2 is the correct answer. Where did the Adumu dance originate?
Bravo. Kenya is the answer.
Gidda Bhangra is the folk dance of.
Smart pick. Punjab is the correct choice.
What is done before we start dancing?
Well reasoned. Warm up is the correct choice.
It is the underlying pulse of music.
On track. Beat is the correct answer.
What is the national dance of India?
Smart move. Bharatanatyam is an accurate answer.
Garba is a which type of dance form?
Correct response. Folk is the most accurate answer.
Where did the dance Dumi originate?
Clear logic. Your choice India is sound and 100% true. Finish the expression, shake dash hai. Smart pick. Your head is the correct choice.
What color can your dance attire be?
Nicely done.
Black is a solid answer. In dance, what does aesthetics mean?
Sharp thinking.
Beauty beautiful is the right choice.
What genre of dance are we learning?
Valid point. Contemporary is true.
What are the three elements of dance?
Good job. Your answer all of the above works well here.
When is the dragon dance celebrated?
Bravo. Chinese New Year is the answer.
Did he ever find the missing dancer?
Excellent choice. Yes is the right answer.
What is the dance depicting a bird?
Right choice. Short is the best answer.
Toe is to foot as finger is to dash.
On track. Hand is the correct answer.
Who's the most annoying dance moms?
Right again. Kelly is a valid answer. Who is the creator of modern dance? Perfect. Ruth Dennis is the correct choice.
The side drum is a dash instrument.
Correct response. Percussion is the most accurate answer.
How many types of mudras are there?
Great job. 2 is the accurate answer.
What is the boy's name on Dance Moms?
You're right. Brady is the correct answer.
Kathak dance is originated from dash. Good thinking.
Uttar Pradesh is the right answer.
Kathak is dance form of which state?
Great thinking. Uttar Pradesh is the right choice.
Which is folk dance of Maharashtra?
Strong choice. Future is the right answer.
Where did the La Furlana originate?
You got it. Your choice, Italy, is right.
Dash starts earlier than the others.
Smart move. Western ballroom dancing is an accurate answer.
What year was Merce Cunningham born?
Excellent. 1919 is a brilliant choice.
Jennifer Lopez was inspired by Dash.
Nice work. You chose Rita Moreno, and it is correct.
The C in the Rice method stands for? Nice selection. Compression is the correct and valid answer. Valentina Dash Ballot, after school.
Well done. Dances is the right choice.
What is the Indian term for rhythm?
Well picked. Stories is the correct answer.
What dance did they learn in India?
Solid response. The Kathak is a valid choice.
Which is folk dance of Tamil Nadu?
Correct. Bharatanatyam is the right answer.
Philippines was discovered by Dash.
Well reasoned. Ferdinand Magellan is the correct choice.
What year was Isadora Duncan born?
You chose 1877 and it is correct.
Creation and composition of dances.
Exactly. Choreography makes sense, and it is right choice.
What type of dance was the paven?
Solid response. Slow and samba is a valid choice.
What is unique about a real dance?
Sharp thinking.
One's feet alternate is the right choice.
Dance to the level of your partner.
Perfect. True is the correct choice.
Which movement below is locomotor?
Strong choice. Roll is the right answer.
Which belongs to elements of dance?
Right again. Space is a valid answer.
How many elements of dance we have?
Great thinking. 5 is the right choice.
How fast or slow the movements are?
Nice work. You chose time and it is correct.
What parts of body we use in dance?
Exactly. Whole body makes sense and it is right choice.
Which dance styles have we learned?
Smart pick. Both is the correct choice.
Today, jazz dance is often used in.
Bravo. Musicals, plays is the answer.
What is the first element of dance?
Nicely done. Body is a solid answer.
Music is a form of dash in Africa.
Good job. Your answer communication works well here.
What did the dancer leave behind?
Well done. Her purple sneaker is the right choice.
What do people dance to in Bomba?
Smart move. Drums is an accurate answer.
The area in which the body moves.
Well picked. Space is the correct answer.
A form of Western classical dance.
You got it. Your choice, Bollet, is right.
A backside front 3-step move.
Well reasoned. Jazz square is the correct choice.
Everything is not allowed except.
Right choice. A good attitude is the best answer.
Gerald's physical appearance was?
Correct response. Tall and thin is the most accurate answer.
A minuet is characterized by dash.
Excellent. Proper etiquette is a brilliant choice.
What are non-locomotor movements?
Valid point. All of the above is true.
Where did the trescone originate?
Nice selection. Italy is the correct and valid answer.
Which dance form are we learning?
You're right. Hip-hop is the correct answer.
What country is Juan Luis Guerra?
Great job. The Dominican Republic is the accurate answer.
We should not give up on our dash.
Excellent choice. Dreams is the right answer.
He is the very first cheerleader.
Clear logic. Your choice, Johnny Campbell, is sound and 100% true.
Odissi is the dance form of Assam. You chose false, and it is correct. Which is not an element of dance?
Correct. Food is the right answer.
What dance is Lily's strong suit?
Good thinking. A crow is the right answer.
How many counts make Chathusram?
On track. 4 is the correct answer.
What year did Martha Graham die?
Great thinking. 1991 is the right choice.
Dash is not suitable for adults.
Clear logic. Your choice under 18's hip-hop is sound and 100% true.
What are the benefits of warm-up?
Perfect. Flexibility is the correct choice.
What year did Isadora Duncan die?
Well done.
1927 is the right choice.
Francisca Rise was born in dash. On track. Bulacan is the correct answer.
How many dance forms are there? Solid response. 8 dance forms is a valid choice.
Nijinsky was best known for his.
Valid point. Leaps is true.
Which one is Super 7 number 1?
You chose good focus, and it is correct.
What is the last season on Aldsea?
Right again. Season 8 is a valid answer. A non-locomotor movement is dash. Good thinking. Stationary is the right answer.
What makes folk dancing unique? Right choice. Special clothes is the best answer.
Name the folk dance of Gujarat. Good job. Your answer, Garba, works well here. How many beats are in Tantol?
Excellent choice. 16 is the right answer.
How many super rules are there? Well picked. 7 is the correct answer.
Thika Demi stands for which? Smart pick. Chathis is the correct choice.
Body alignment is good posture. Nice work. You chose true and it is correct. What 2 jathis make up Misram?
Bravo.
Tislam Kathusram is the answer. How many bones are in the body? You got it. Your choice 216 is right.
What are the 3 levels in dance?
Exactly. Low, medium, high makes sense, and it is right choice. A position of the body in space. Nice selection. Shape is the correct and valid answer.
Who is Abby's co-choreographer?
You're right. Gianna is the correct answer.
Name of a dance from Argentina?
Excellent. Tango is a brilliant choice. What does the word Kathak mean? Correct response. Storyteller is the most accurate answer.
Satriya is originated from dash.
Correct. Assam is the right answer. Which is folk dance of Gujarat?
Nicely done. Dandiya is a solid answer.
The dance form of Assam is dash. Strong choice. Sataria is the right answer.
High, low, and medium are what?
Great job. Levels is the accurate answer. How fast or slow a dancer moves? Sharp thinking. Time is the right choice. The haka is traditionally used.
Well reasoned. During war is the correct choice.
How many people play Fortnite? 78.3 million is an accurate answer. To call attention to something. You got it. Your choice highlight is right. Why did Joe's move to New York? Nice work. You chose to become an artist and it is correct. What do we count in dance? Smart move. 8 is an accurate answer. What year was Paul Taylor born? Well reasoned. 1930 is the correct choice. The word fume means to be dash. Smart pick. Angry is the correct choice. Which dance has hand clapping? Well done. Flamenco is the right choice.
What are examples of dynamics?
Good job. Your answer force and energy works well here.
Which dance comes from Hawaii?
Nice selection. Hula is the correct and valid answer.
And oh my, I dash your style.
Correct response. Like is the most accurate answer.
The pavane was popular in Dash.
Nicely done. France and Europe is a solid answer.
Name of a dance from Colombia?
Excellent choice. Cumbia is the right answer.
How many counts make a kandem?
On track. 5 is the correct answer.
Who's Abby's favorite dance mom?
Right again. Melissa is a valid answer.
The speed of a dance is called.
Perfect. Tempo is the correct choice.
What kind of animal is Gerald?
Well picked. Giraffe is the correct answer.
Who's Abby Lee competing with?
Great thinking. Kathy is the right choice.
What is the last warm-up we do?
You're right. Kwai knee jumps is the correct answer.
Hard shoes are only worn for.
Sharp thinking. Treble reels is the right choice.
Who popularized Indian dances?
Strong choice. Uday Shankar is the right answer.
Dancing can improve your dash.
Great job. All of the above is the accurate answer.
What is an example of energy?
You chose sharp, fluid. And it is correct.
What does Renaissance mean?
Excellent.
Rebirth is a brilliant choice.
Why was modern dance created?
Exactly. To rebel against ballet makes sense, and it is right choice.
What year did Alvin Ailey die?
Good thinking. 1989 is the right answer.
What does RICE stand for?
Clear logic. Your choice rest, ice, compress, elevate is sound and 100% true.
Which is the smallest Jathi?
Bravo. Tisram is the answer.
Who was on a previous season?
Solid response. Lily is a valid choice.
The BNBST stands for.
Valid point. Body is true.
Bharatanatyam is the dance of.
Right choice.
Tamil Nadu is the best answer.
Kathakali dance is from Dash.
Correct. Kerala is the right answer.
What does dance represent? Well reasoned. Happiness is the correct choice. Which dance is a war dance?
You got it. Your choice Mori Haka is right.
Kalbelia dance is from Dash.
Sharp thinking. Rajasthan is the right choice.
How many Gharanas are there?
Nice work. You chose 3 and it is correct.
Who is the father of dance?
Exactly. Uday Shankar makes sense and it is right choice.
What is our national dance?
Well done. Cute is the right choice.
Nature Shastra is written by.
Good job. Your answer, Bharat Muni, works well here.
Hindustani music belongs to.
Right again. North India is a valid answer.
Which is the highest Jathi?
Excellent. Sankhya name is a brilliant choice. Full form of Bharatanatyam.
You're right. Bhava, Raga, Tala is the correct answer. What was Abby's dog's name?
Correct. Broadway Baby is the right answer. What is not a type of dance? Well picked. Brushstrokes is the correct answer.
DC Arnaz was born in Dash.
Good thinking. Cuba is the right answer.
Father of Kuchipudi is Dash.
Perfect. Sidendra Yogi is the correct choice.
Physical skills of a dancer. Solid response. Technique is a valid choice. Who is the Kathak exponent?
Correct response. Bite Birja Maharaj is the most accurate answer.
What are examples of space? Great thinking. High-low is the right choice. Balanchine was born where? Clear logic. Your choice Russia is sound and 100% true. Who choreographed Oklahoma? Excellent choice. Agnans of 1,000 is the right answer.
What's an example of time? Nicely done. Slow and fast is a solid answer.
Who Abby kick of the team? Smart move. Ava is an accurate answer.
Gumar is a folk dance of.
Smart pick. Rajasthan is the correct choice.
Yuri is based on which rasa?
Strong choice. Veer is the right answer.
How many levels are there? You chose 3, and it is correct.
Gerald is good at running. Bravo.
False is the answer.
Which dance uses a guitar?
Great job. Flamenco is the accurate answer.
Who's Abby's least favorite?
On track, Page is the correct answer.
Identify 2 forms of dances. Valid point. Hip-hop and folk dance is true. The area a dancer moves in.
Right choice. Space is the best answer.
How many Jathi are there? Nice selection. 5 is the correct and valid answer. Who is the Lord of Dance?
Nice work. You chose Lord Nataraja and it is correct.
Who is the King of Dance? Valid point. Lord Nataraja is true.
Hand rotation comes after.
Bravo.
Neck is the answer.
Lavani is a folk dance of.
On track, Maharashtra is the correct answer.
Are we enjoying the class?
You got it? Your choice, yes, is right.
Where did yoga originate? Right choice. India is the best answer. Carnatic music belongs to.
Sharp thinking. South India is the right choice.
Who was the muse of dance?
Excellent choice. Terpsichore is the right answer.
Kathakali is dance form. Nicely done. Classical is a solid answer.
Where is the tango from?
Nice selection. Argentina is the correct and valid answer.
What's the newest season?
Good thinking. Chapter 2, Season 5 is the right answer. What was the girl's name? Well reasoned. Cinderella is the correct choice. What is Tatkar in dance?
You're right. Footworks is the correct answer.
Is a heartbeat rhythmic?
Excellent. Yes is a brilliant choice.
Famous dance from Spain. Clear logic. Your choice flamenco is sound and 100% true. Merengue comes from dash.
Well done. The Dominican Republic is the right choice.
Heritage Month begins on.
Well picked. Sept 15 is the correct answer.
What we do after warm-up.
Right again. Relaxation is a valid answer.
What does allegro mean?
Smart pick. Fast is the correct choice. Father of Baratanetium. Correct. Parat Muni is the right answer.
Which are not siblings?
Solid response. Kendall and Nia is a valid choice.
Select the odd one out.
Smart move. Hate is an accurate answer.
The pulse of the music.
Correct response. Beat is the most accurate answer.
Rain falls. Wind.
Dash.
Strong choice. Blows is the right answer.
Ballot comes from dash.
Great thinking. France is the right choice.
Sean Noz dancers wear.
Perfect. Soft shoes is the correct choice. Chas means to chase.
Great job. True is the accurate answer.
Level with the ground. Exactly. Horizontal makes sense, and it is right choice.
Who's Holly daughter?
Good job. Your answer, Nia, works well here.
Is a door horizontal? You chose no, and it is correct.
We start warm-up with on track. Neck is the correct answer, which is not an emote. Good job. Your answer jumper works well here. Christis' daughter is? Great job. Chloe is the accurate answer. Flamenco is from dash.
You got it. Your choice Spain is right.
Who was the favorite?
Excellent choice. Brady is the right answer.
Who does not belong?
Strong choice. Ava Michelle is the right answer.
Sean Noz means what?
Nicely done. Old style is a solid answer.
We end warm-up with
sharp thinking. Relaxing is the right choice.
elements of hip-hop.
Nice selection. B-boying is the correct and valid answer.
Jumps make our body.
Correct response. More energized is the most accurate answer.
Who's Abby's enemy?
Exactly. Kathy makes sense and it is right choice.
Speed of the music.
Smart move. Tempo is an accurate answer.
Announced publicly. Well picked. Proclaimed is the correct answer.
Dance is exercise.
Perfect. True is the correct choice.
Hip-hop dances are. Correct. Street dance is the right answer.
Dance is based on.
Clear logic. Your choice dramaturgy is sound and 100% true.
Beat of the music.
Excellent. Rhythm is a brilliant choice.
What is flamenco?
Valid point. A dance is true.
Garba is dance of.
Well done. Gujarat is the right choice.
Who is dance for?
Well reasoned. Everybody is the correct choice.
Bhangra dance is.
You're right. Folk dance is the correct answer.
What is a flock?
You chose back, side, front. And it is correct. Dab is what year?
Solid response. 2016 Peeps is a valid choice.
What are props? Smart pick. Objects is the correct choice. What day is it?
Right again. Friday is a valid answer. What is dance?
Bravo. Movement or expression is the answer.
T. On.
Nice work. You chose EHPY and it is correct. 3 points.
Right choice. Nethextu is the best answer.
Vocal means good thinking. Using your voice is the right answer.
C. Great thinking. AN is the right choice.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Smart move. Contact Narayan Chengda on Facebook is an accurate answer.